श्री गणेशा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
ॐ शिवं शिवकरं शान्तं शिवाकरं शिवोत्तमं शिवामाङ्गारप्रणेतारं प्रणतोऽस्मि सदा शिवम्। ॐ श्री शिवाय नमः। ॐ श्री शङ्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री स्वयंभो नमः। ॐ श्री पशुपते नमः। ॐ श्री क्षमाक्षेत्र नमः। ॐ श्री प्रियभक्त नमः। ॐ श्री कामदेव नमः। ॐ श्री साधु सद्य नमः। ॐ श्री हृत्पुण्डरीकासन नमः। ॐ श्री जगत्हितैषी नमः। ॐ श्री व्याघ्रकोमलाय नमः। ॐ श्री वत्सलाय नमः। ॐ श्री देवासुरगुरुवे नमः। ॐ श्री शम्भो नमः। ॐ श्री लोकोत्तरसुखालय नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वसहाय नमः। ॐ श्री स्वधृत नमः। ॐ श्री एकनायक नमः। ॐ श्री श्रीवत्सल नमः। ॐ श्री शुभद नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वसत्त्वावलम्बन नमः। ॐ श्री शर्वरीपति नमः। ॐ श्री वरदा नमः। ॐ श्री वायुवाहन नमः। ॐ श्री कमण्डलोधर नमः। ॐ श्री नरीश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री प्रसादस्व नमः। ॐ श्री सुखानिल नमः। ॐ श्री नागभूषण नमः। ॐ श्री कैलासशिखरवासी नमः। ॐ श्री त्रिलोचन नमः। ॐ श्री पिनाकपाणि नमः। ॐ श्री श्रमण नमः। ॐ श्री अचलेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री व्याघ्रचर्माम्बर नमः। ॐ श्री उन्मत्तवेष नमः। ॐ श्री प्रेतचारी नमः। ॐ श्री हर नमः। ॐ श्री रुद्र नमः। ॐ श्री भीमपराक्रम नमः। ॐ श्री नटेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री नटराज नमः। ॐ श्री ईश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री परम शिव नमः। ॐ श्री परमात्मा नमः। ॐ श्री परमेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री वीरेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री कामेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री विश्वसाक्षी नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यनृत्य नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वावास नमः। ॐ श्री महायोगी नमः। ॐ श्री सदायोगी नमः। ॐ श्री सदाशिव नमः। ॐ श्री आत्मा नमः। ॐ श्री आनन्द नमः। ॐ श्री चन्द्रमौली नमः। ॐ श्री महेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री सुधापति नमः। ॐ श्री अमृतपा नमः। ॐ श्री अमृतमया नमः। ॐ श्री प्रणतात्मका नमः। ॐ श्री पुरुष नमः। ॐ श्री प्रचन्न नमः। ॐ श्री सूक्ष्म नमः। ॐ श्री कर्णिकार प्रिया नमः। ॐ श्री कवे नमः। ॐ श्री अमोघदण्ड नमः। ॐ श्री नीलकण्ठ नमः। ॐ श्री जते नमः। ॐ श्री पुष्पलोचना नमः। ॐ श्री ध्यानाधार नमः। ॐ श्री ब्रह्माण्डहृद् नमः। ॐ श्री कामशासन नमः। ॐ श्री जितकाम नमः। ॐ श्री जितेन्द्रिया नमः। ॐ श्री यतीन्द्रिया नमः। ॐ श्री नक्षत्रमाली नमः। ॐ श्री अन्नाद्यन्त नमः। ॐ श्री आत्मयोनि नमः। ॐ श्री नभायोनि नमः। ॐ श्री करुणासागर नमः। ॐ श्री शूली नमः। ॐ श्री महेश्वास नमः। ॐ श्री निष्कलङ्का नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यसुन्दर नमः। ॐ श्री अर्धनारीश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री उमापति नमः। ॐ श्री रसदा नमः। ॐ श्री उग्र नमः। ॐ श्री महाकाल नमः। ॐ श्री कालकाल नमः। ॐ श्री व्याघ्रधूर्य नमः। ॐ श्री शत्रुप्रमाथे नमः। ॐ श्री सर्वाचार्य नमः। ॐ श्री समान नमः। ॐ श्री आत्मा प्रसन्न नमः। ॐ श्री नरनारायण प्रिय नमः। ॐ श्री रसज्ञ नमः। ॐ श्री भक्तिकाय नमः। ॐ श्री लोकवीराग्रणी नमः। ॐ श्री चिरन्तना नमः। ॐ श्री विश्वम्भरेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री नवात्मा नमः। ॐ श्री नवयरूसलमेश्वर नमः। ॐ श्री आदिनिर्मलात्मा नमः। ॐ श्री सहजयोगी प्रिया नमः। साक्षात् Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Because they are doing so much for Sahaja Yoga. And they want to do it more and more. And they are so responsible. So, I respect it. Sometimes people say, Mother, what a horrible schedule you have, we can't bear to see it, you see it's too much. How will you do this? I can do it. Because I have absolute faith in their identification with Sahaja Yoga. They are not cheats, they are not hypocrites, they are not doing for their own being, own self. But they are doing it to help Sahaja Yoga, to help others. So the identification that you develop with other wrong things just drops out. Then you start identifying yourself with beautiful things because you start getting the fragrance of the beauty. Then you start enjoying that beauty and your heart starts opening out. All this joy and all these things are not possible if your Hamsa is still infected with ego or with conditionings. We have so many conditionings, like Hindus, like Christians, like this, like that. These conditionings are so much. Such false things we are following. But once we give up all these conditionings in the faith that we are doing it for our benevolence, this chakra opens out very well. Without this, agya cannot open. I mean, you see, it's an entry to agya. It's entry to Vishuddhi. It's entry to all the chakras of your head, the pithas that are there. So it's so important to keep your Hamsa chakra clean. I have also told lots of things that can keep the Hamsa chakra clean, which you all should use. I mean, on the physical level. Also on mental level, I have told you what you have to do is to study your mind. See the beauty of anything and not the vulgarity of it, not the utility of it, but the beauty. Slowly, slowly you will find your eyes will become cleaner and cleaner. People are now so much in Sahaja Yoga because of their depth, maybe because of their seeking, maybe because of their purva janmas, maybe, or whatever it is. But this Hamsa chakra does the greatest thing, about which I do not know if you are aware or not, that whatever are your karma phalas are finished. You are not responsible for your forefathers' karma phalas, your country's karma phalas, or your own personal karma phalas. Whatever wrong you have done is finished, as if you are cut off from your past completely. Once this is established, then all mistakes, all wrongdoings, not only of you, of your relations, of your forefathers, of your family, of your country, of this world, anything doesn't touch you. You are aloof from it. And in this Kruta Yuga, where this Brahma Chaitanya is trying to expose and to punish people for their past karmas, collectively also, country-wise also, will not be able to even touch you. Because the light of this center is extremely powerful. And you will be redeemed of all the fears of whatever you have done before. You will just be beautiful like lotuses which have come out of the mire, and you will emit beautiful fragrance all around the world. May God bless you.
Fourth Pitha, Hamsa Chakra. Inner ten spoked, Shri Antar Dashara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Antar Dashara Namo Namaha. The one that protects, Shri Sarva Rakshakara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Rakshakara Namo Namaha. The goddess who controls the three worlds, Shri Tripura Malini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Tripura Malini Namo Namaha. The one which is all-knowing, Shri Sarvajna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvajna Namo Namaha. All-powerful, Shri Sarva Shakti Prada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Shakti Prada Namo Namaha. The giver of all the bounties. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarveshwarya Prada Namo Namaha. The knower of all knowledge, Shri Sarvajnana Mayi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvajnana Mayi Namo Namaha. The destroyer of all diseases, Shri Sarva Vyadhi Vinashini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Vyadhi Vinashini Namo Namaha. The support of all, Shri Sarvadhara Svarupa. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvadhara Svarupa Namo Namaha. The destroyer of all sins, Shri Sarva Papa Hara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Papa Hara Namo Namaha. The one who makes everyone joyous. Shri Sarvanandamayi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvanandamayi Namo Namaha. The one who protects all beings. Shri Sarva Raksha Swarupini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarva Raksha Swarupini Namo Namaha. The giver of all the fruits or rewards. Shri Sarvipsita Phala Prada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvipsita Phala Prada Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
In everything, whatever is real, they become immune. They don't want to face it. That's too much. Much too much for me. With this kind of an attitude, they had to work out something else, and in that they have gone to the right side. With that, they have developed all kind of machinery, science, all this, everything. But science is not conclusive. It cannot give you the totality, it cannot give the reality. So, this Vishnu Maya shows her strength. She does lots of things by which people are frightened. She can enter into any element. She can permeate. Supposing she enters into a water element, she can create a typhoon. She can create any kind of disaster. She can enter into Mother Earth and she can create an earthquake. She can do anything because she has a power to enter into anything. You know that she can enter into Mother Earth very easily. She can enter into water very easily. And when she gets into it, she becomes the catalyst. And all these problems that you are facing today in America are because of left Vishuddhi. Because of Vishnu Maya. I am happy today's program has been arranged for Vishnu Maya. Because this is the power which you Sahajogis should be able to harness and should be able to worship. So that she sees all of you there and she looks after you and she maintains your life and looks after. Now the most difficult thing is to convince people in America that money is not everything. You may have any amount of money, you may have any amount of so-called pleasures, everything, but still you can never be satisfied and you can never be at peace with yourself and you cannot generate peace. Money cannot replace reality. It's just there. Now, the problem is that people become so addicted to this money that all value systems start flowing down. I was surprised. I knew somebody here who took his own sister for prostitution. So I said, what's this? What are you doing? What's wrong? We'll get money. So whatever can get money, they indulge into. So there's no chastity, which is the basics, which is the foundation of human beings. As a result, when you insult this virginity of Vishnu Maya, then the Maya means her play is that you get AIDS, you get all kinds of other diseases which are incurable and which are what you can call as the secret diseases. Because she is the virgin, and because she respects the virginity, and those who go against, not that virginity is meant only for women, also meant for men, because everybody has here left Vishuddhi. Here the idea is that only the virginity is word used for women only. It's not. Even the men who do not respect their virginity, their chastity, are attacked by Vishnu Maya in different ways. I am not surprised that Los Angeles, they say, is in danger all the time. Because of your cinemas you produce, all these things you produce. Of course, now with the Saj Yoga being established very well in Los Angeles, things may be averted. But still, it's very dangerous. This is one of the most powerful Shakti is this of Vishnu Maya. Because she plays the illusion. She creates the Maya also. Also she breaks the Maya. And she can burn anything. Your forest is burning now, 65 hectares of land is burning. Who has done this? It's nothing but Vishnu Maya. Nobody has to take any matchbox for that. She can burn anything. And her burning gives you the feeling that if there's an electrical charge, as if burnt with electrical charge. This is very true. In so many cases I have seen those who came to me with problems of leprosy, that they said that we think there's some electrical charge coming out of here, as if there's the burning of an electrical shock. This is Vishnu Maya's doing, and she's the one who is the corrector. She corrects. Don't feel guilty. Face your problems. It's sort of when we hide our mistakes in the name of guilt, when we try to camouflage it, she's the one who exposes it on individual level, on collective level, on national level, international level. Because she can permeate into anything. And this permeation of hers gives her such subtleties. But people cannot relate disaster to their mistakes. They cannot. They don't understand why such a disaster has taken place, what has happened. There was a big typhoon that came up to a point and suddenly turned towards Kauai. Now what was the reason for that? to go and hit Kawai. In Kawai, there's a Swayambhu of Shiva. It's a fact. People are making money out of it, quite a lot of money, and deceiving people. There's big business going on in the name of Shiva. So, Kawai was it, not Hawaii so much as Kawai. And it turned suddenly. No one can understand that. So all these thundering things that are coming from nature, anything, whether it is earthquake, or it is landslide, or it could be floods, or it could be typhoon, anything is the work of this Vishnu Maya. Or we can say all natural catastrophes are brought about by this Vishnu Maya. She has this power to do it. This is the only way they can shock people. But despite all that shocking, people have to relate these disasters to their mistakes that they have committed and have nicely kept it here, not facing. I've heard from some Indian students that when they came to America, some boys asked them to take drugs and do all other things also. So they wouldn't do. They said, you have goodies, this, that, they just pumped it into their head that you have to do it. You are cowards, you cannot do it and all that. So some of them said, all right, we'll try. But what surprised them, that they knew it was wrong, while those who were telling them never thought it was wrong. They thought they have been great martyrs, or they have been liberators, and they have got liberties. They couldn't understand this. This kind of liberty that they were boasting of was so destructive. They never understood that this is destructive. So once your left Vishuddhi is absolutely jammed, you lose complete discretion of the chakra here, which we call it Hamsa chakra. And then you do not know what is destructive, what is constructive. You start accepting mostly the destructive thing if your left Vishuddhi is bad. Escape. So what? What wrong? That is how violence has come. That is how all kind of cheating, corruption has come. What's wrong? Because if you do anything wrong, you put it there, finished, stored up. Again you do anything, you put it there. Until you become absolutely immune to all destructive action, you go on. So to get out of it, what to do? To get out of this horrible state where you do not feel any thing wrong, what is the thing? Is to take to Sahaja Yoga in a right fashion. First of all, you must face yourself. If you start facing yourself, you will realize that you have committed a mistake. So this is the mistake I have committed, doesn't matter. I am not going to feel guilty about it. If I ever have to do this, I will not do it. And I am not guilty for whatever has happened, is the past finished. With this faith in yourself, you can definitely get rid of your left Vishuddhi. The problem is, even if I tell you something, I am worried that you start feeling guilty about it also. I am telling you for something for your correction. Then you start guilty, mother is saying so, see, I did this and that, but that you did. At this moment, what I am telling you, never to do it again. And face it. Whatever you did is finished and gone and is forgiven completely. Otherwise, Vishnu Maya will take over. This is very important because one side is a leela, it's a play, and it's all the world is beautiful. The another side is the guilt. So we think that by just feeling guilty, we are solving all our problems, and this side we are enjoying ourselves, and this the guilt part is just like a storehouse of a garbage being put there. But we never think this garbage, what it is wrong it is doing to us. And this is what it is that Vishnu Maya has to burn this garbage. Then she works in her own ways, in her own Maya ways, and so many things happen. Like there was a lady, and she was very right-sided. She used to dominate everyone, but nobody dared tell her that, because if you tell her, she would come back on you. So nobody wanted to tell her what's wrong with her. They said, all right, let it be now. But I told her that, see, you are very right-sided, you are dominating everyone, everybody is frightened of you. So she said, no, mother, I am not. I said, all right, I am telling you. You better believe me or you are in for trouble. And that very day, she was getting down from the staircase and she fell from top to bottom, she came down. And all her right side, she came to mother, see, my right hand is broken, my right leg is broken, this is broken, that is broken. I said, then you know what happened? I now know why it has happened. Then I cured her. She was all right. But what I'm trying to tell you, that she wouldn't listen to me. So the right-sided people have a special capacity to put everything here. So I always say that it is the byproduct of ego. Those people who try to dominate, who try to be angry, try to control everyone, they put it down there, and then the whole thing works against them. This is to be understood in a very serious manner, that feeling guilty is not that you are harming yourself, but you are harming all others. Also, this Vishnu Maya gets very upset with two other things. One of the things is smoking. If you smoke too much, then this Vishnu Maya gets very angry. She is the one who then causes cancer. She can spoil your throat. I mean, all kinds of ear, nose, throat problems can come in with the smoking. Because she doesn't like that smoke. She once, twice, thrice. But once you start smoking, then after some time, oh, what's wrong? They will quote, such and such man who is 83, he still smokes. See, quoting like this, they have ideals like that. Then you have also some cinema heroes. Such and such man, see, he murdered his wife, he's not, see, he's going along. So we should also murder. We should also smoke. So all ideals which have destroyed themselves become our ideals. And we start exactly doing what they are doing, without knowing that how they are destroyed will be also destroyed. So this understanding about Vishnu Maya's powers should be there with us. That if we try to continue with our mistakes and putting them here, then first thing we become vulnerable to all kinds of diseases. With that, if you are smoking, you can become also very much vulnerable to cancer of the throat. Another thing which people do not know is the mantras. If you go on saying any mantra, I mean, in India there are people who will every day morning get up and say some mantra for about, say, 100 times. Some say it at least 300 times, 500 times. They go on measuring, mantra, 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 like that. Now she is the mantrika. She is the one who gives the power to the mantra. Now if you are not connected to this divine power, then there is a short circuiting take place. And if you go on saying this mantra, you develop all the troubles of the throat, throat cancer. You can develop also stomach problems, because it is Krishna and Vishnu are the same. You might develop also the problem of Virata. Because you are reciting a mantra like this, you see, a telephone, if it is not connected, I go on using it, the telephone will go out of order. In the same way, if you are doing wrong mantras, in the sense that the mantras which are said before your connection with the divine, then they can spoil your left Vishuddhi very much. This is the style they use in India. Supposing you are a businessman in India. Now, you are a big businessman, you have made a lot of money, now you feel guilty about it. Because you have made by bad means also, by all kinds of black market and all sorts of things. So they'll make a big temple of Vishnu. Not Vishuddhi, but they'll make a very big temple of Sri Vishnu. And they they will create a kind of image that they are great religious people. Or they'll have khairat, means they will distribute food to people or distribute some things to people and feel satisfied. Here you go on committing any amount of sins, any amount of nonsense. And then out of that money you make a little contribution to Sri Vishnu, thinking that Sri Vishnu will be very happy and will not punish them. But he is Kubera, what can you give it to him? He is the Kubera. He gives you all the money, he does everything. So how can you give anything to Kubera, who is himself the Lord of wealth? It's a very common thing in India, like there was a Bhudan thing. I knew of a man who was very corrupt, very bad person. I mean, really, he was really very, very bad man. And he had taken away so much land from the poor farmers and all that. So he gave one land to Mahatma Gandhi. And this land, this Bhudan land was known. It was, I think, Vinobaji gave. This land was so bad that you could not put even cactus there. And he was telling everybody, I have given so much land to Bhutan, I have given so much land to Bhutan. So trying to sort of justify himself for taking all the land from the poor and lynching them, and then to do this kind of a generosity. So this is another escape people have. That do what you like and ultimately be generous. This kind of gracious covering of your mistakes can be very misleading. It doesn't work with Vishnu Maya. She knows you out and out. And if you try all these tricks with her, she will show her own powers. I would say all our left side problems come because of Vishnu Maya power. She punishes you as well as she exposes, as well as she gives you light, as well as she corrects you. With all these powers of Vishnu Maya, we should be very thankful that today we are celebrating her special puja, because I think it is one of the curses of the West, especially of Americans, to feel guilty. So today you all have to promise in your heart, and the mantra is, now she also understands English perhaps, you can say that, Mother, I am not guilty at all. That's all. If that is said, she will be very happy. I am not guilty at all. I am not going to feel guilty. Once you stop feeling guilty, you will not do wrong things. Because how will you manage? Because you are not doing, you cannot put it as guilt. So what's the use of doing anything wrong? If you do wrong, it comes on your head. You cannot put it in your left Vishuddhi. So you won't do anything wrong. You will immediately understand that if I have to do wrong, I have to face it. But if there's a space here kept where you can put your guilt for your wrongdoings available, then you don't mind so much. Supposing somebody has a small house, no place to store, then somebody brings something and says, no, no space here. I am already very full. It's like that. So the best thing is to have no guilt at any cost. I will have no guilt. If I have done mistake, all right, I'll admit I have done the mistake. And I'll have no guilt at all about it. I'll face it. You'll be surprised you'll stop doing wrong things. Definitely you'll stop because there's no space left. So this is very important today to do Vishnu Maya's thing. And I'm sure now, very happy with the tour of America. This time I'm really happy because I think it has worked in most of the places very well. And if it has not worked, one should not feel guilty but face the problem. Why it has not worked. And the problem lies with such yogis and nobody else. Shouldn't blame anybody else for it. Just see yourself what mistakes you must have committed. Could be a small or a big mistake, whatever it is. Face it. There's no harm. Instead, I have done mistake. But if you say, sorry, means it goes that straightforward. No, I have committed a mistake. To admit that is very gracious, very beautiful, and very kind to yourself for your benevolence. In Sahaja Yoga is one of the biggest mantras for all the Western people. They should all the time saying to all the trees, all the nature around, I am not guilty. Your ecological problem will improve. Because then you won't do wrong things to spoil your ecology. You'll be careful. Because you spoil it and you feel guilty. Oh, I should not have done this. Oh, I should not. But why did you do in the first place is the point. So now next time you are not going to do it. So many of our problems will be solved if we face them and correct them boldly. It's possible for Sahaja Yogis because you are separated from your being. You are away from it. You can see your body, you can see your mind, you can see your ego, you can see all of those things. And you know how to put them right. You are not that, you know. So you are the spirit. With the light of the spirit, you can correct all these things. But this guilt is something where it stops you completely from correcting or doing anything better about it or bringing any constructive thing to your own mind. This will solve many problems for America as well as for all the Western world. Same with the Indians, that they should not think that if they are generous a little bit, they can get rid of their mistakes. You see, they have to face it. It's a different style. Indians are very clever, they know how to find excuses and escapes. But after all, it is Vishnu Maya. She will show you that there is no escape, just face it. There's no need to condemn yourself, don't need to in any way degrade yourself or to feel inferior, but to be superior as the spirit. Oh, I see, oh, I see. Like I would say, all right, Nirmala, I see you very well, you did this. Separate yourself from yourself. You can talk on the mirror, you can go to the river and talk there, or you can go to an ocean and tell them that, see, I have done this mistake and now I am not going to do it. You can make promises to all these elements. Once you make these promises, this Vishnu Maya will receive the message and she won't enter into any one of these elements to disturb you. So you have to go and tell the ocean that, all right, America is not guilty for whatever they have done. Say it like that. If you say, it's all right, not other people. Because I told you your genetics have changed, you are different people. Whatever you say, Vishnu Maya will always believe in, and everything will work out very well. But this is a special time, as I told you before, where we call it is the Kruta Yuga, where between the Kali Yuga and Satyuga, this time is so important that whatever mistakes we have committed, we have to pay for it. It's a karma phalas. It won't work out by just putting it here. So one has to get to realization, change the genetics completely, and then you can go and tell the nature that all right, we are not guilty now, we've got our realization. And it will work. I'm sure so many of catastrophes of this country can be averted by you Sahajogis. May God bless you.
At this time of Navaratri and beyond, we pray to the whole of Param Chaitanya to hear this prayer. That all the restless souls all over the world that have passed away during world wars, civil wars, genocide, and through all acts of violence, all these souls who are lingering here and have not yet passed on, may they forgive us and bless us. We ask them to be at peace with us. And we pray to our Holy Mother to grant these entities peace, freedom, and salvation, so that they may finally stop attacking and trying to overpower the living in various ways. May our most powerful Mother destroy all that is destructive in the hearts and minds of mankind, so that our seeking is awakened and we begin the global journey to reality and peace. Shri Mataji, please destroy all that is destructive in the hearts and minds of mankind, so that our seeking is awakened and we begin the global journey to reality and peace.